Good afternoon, and it's good to be here once more. And this is still football, not football nutmeg once more again because we've changed the name of the channel from football nutmeg or from the football nutmeg to the fancy football. So, welcome to the fancy football, and my name is Omophius, your man on on the trigger today to look at our upcoming match between Nigeria and Ghana, second leg of the World Cup qualifiers playoff for Qatar 2022 that will be played in November, December in the UAE. Once more, it's good to be here. And we saw what happened on Friday at the Babara Stadium where Nigeria went there, but they couldn't conquer. And the Ghanaians couldn't really seize the advantage of their home turf. Will it be another disappointing World Cup qualifiers for the Ghanaians, or will it be a victory for the Super Eagles? For me, I just think that looking at the Friday match, and if you look at the last video, I think I will attach that video on this one. And I said the Ghanaians were the Ghanaians, with respect to what the GFA did with their fans, they were so brilliant. They were brilliant to ensure that the fans were in that stadium to support their own. And at the end of the day, what really happened was that there were a lot of pressure on the Super Eagles as well as a lot of pressure on the Ghanaians as well, because they were expected to deliver in that fully packed stadium at Kumasi. But at the end of the day, they just couldn't deliver. They just couldn't get their fans together to see if they could cause problem for the Super Eagles. Now is the turn of the Super Eagles. Now is the turn of Nigeria, and now it is time for the Nigerian fans to show that yes, they fully back the Super Eagles and come out in mass. And it's no news that the FIFA have now allocated more tickets. That is the capacity of the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja is 60,000, and that is why now FIFA has doubled those tickets from 30,000 to 60,000. If you need one of those tickets, please kindly contact me, and then you get the ticket. Okay, looking ahead to this match, a whole lot of things have to happen for both sides. The Ghanaian have to come with full confidence to see if they could win, and also the Super Eagles have to take home advantage. Uh, will that happen? I think it is rest assured to see what tactical display the coaches will bring, Austin Eguavoen and the Ghanaian coach will bring on the table. So quickly, I'll bring in John into the studio. Uh, Hello, John.
Hello, bro. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good afternoon.
Okay, what happened on Friday? What was your take on Friday? The
Uh,
Friday
well,
match between
uh,
Ghana and Nigeria. What was your take?
yes, when I was discussing the match with that farm, I was saying I was expecting a good first. Somehow, with all those kind of matches, it's always about if a goal comes early, it should have opened up the match. But the longer the match went without a goal, definitely the more it was for both teams to shut it out. We've seen what the Ghanaians have dealt the first hand. We've seen what they can do. It's now left for the Eagles to come back and do theirs. But for me, it wasn't a bad performance. Everybody has been criticizing the team, criticizing the attack particularly. But I don't think it's all gloom at the moment. We've seen one or two errors from the team, but I believe there is still room for a lot of improvement. And definitely, we have the personnel to correct those improvements when we come back to Abuja on Tuesday.
Yes. Okay. Can you hear me, John? Hello, John.
Yes, I can.
Okay. When you look at that match, I think
I can hear you. I
my take.
can hear
Can you?
you. I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yes. My take after that match was that the Nigerian Super Eagles, the wingers, the likes of Moses Simon and Chukwueze didn't really come to the party. Also, the so-called number 10 we had in that match, Ihan Acho, also was not in his A game. Um, what do you think will be going to this match in Abuja? What do you think? Because that was where I guess I really faulted Austin Eguavoin. and I keep on saying Austin Eguavoen is not. And I bet you, if he eventually qualify Nigeria to the World Cup, he might be sacked because there's really some technical frailties Austin Eguavoen doesn't really have. Let's forget about what he did in the Nations Cup, winning 3 out of 3 in the group stage, and at the end of the day couldn't really take Nigeria up to the round of 16. But look at those frailties that he had in that match, and I bet you, John, that if he played the same formation he did at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi on Friday, I'm telling you, Nigerians, that team will suffer a lot because I don't see any service for Osimhen. He was just left up front there, battling the Ghanaians all alone, calling his players to press, and none of them were pressing. What do you think should be the changes in this match in Abuja on Tuesday?
Well, well, definitely for me, I wouldn't say the major problem has been the formation. I would say it has been personnel. I kept complaining during the Nations Cup about Chukwueze, and later I was also picking up Moses Simon, but people felt Moses Simon was okay because he had a very good group stage until perhaps the very well drilled Tunisian defense got to him in the knockout stage. It's the same thing I'm expecting for Eguavoen. Stick with that formation, but actually change the personnel. We've had players who have been tried and trusted in the league in the Nigerian national team. So why not actually give them the chance? A lot has been said about about the return of Igalo. I don't know. I think for ever since Igalo came back, there has been this issue about him. Maybe if he gets to play, he might take the shine off Osimhen. But I don't think it's about personal glory. It's about who is best fitted to play for the Nigerian national team. At the moment now, in that second leg, definitely Nigeria needs Seko. Why not go? That was what I was expecting in the first leg. Why not go all out? Now the Ghanaians have done their bit. They had the home support and they were able to stifle the Super Eagles to the Super Eagles so much so that the Super Eagles became unidentical. But I thought there's something about these Eagles. Whenever they are not attacking, you don't know the Eagles because that is actually their strength. We've seen other teams that actually play better when they defend or perhaps they run their midfield. That's because of that is where they are. But for the Eagles now, they are not in the best of form when it comes to playing as a defensive unit. That was why I was saying I expected that match to come out with goals. But everybody is saying that the next leg will be surprising, but I don't think it will be. This was the same issue we had when the Falcons played the Cote d'Ivoire national team here in Abuja. People kept complaining the Ivorians had a very good team. The Ivorians said, what will happen when we go to Abidjan? What happened in Abidjan? We actually went there and also defeated them. So I'm expecting the Eagles to just take it easy. This Ghanaian team will crack at the point, and once that team cracks, trust me, it will just be all sailing for the Super Eagles.
So who will make the Ghanaian team crack? That's the question. Who will make the Ghanaian team? Looking at the
Okay,
display
what?
on Friday,
Yes, I would expect Etebo to come into that team because for all is what we need to free Aribo. Aribo is the you can say the most creative midfielder we have in that team at the moment. Akikume Amowo is a very good player I've seen play, but the problem is that I don't think it's at this point in time you want to be trying a young kid like him. So why not actually change the wingers?
if
I'm
if
sure the
if
Ghanaian coach.
Dortmund can play Jude Bellingham that is 17, 18 years old, why can't we play Akim Amao? Why
No,
can't
it's
we
not
play
about.
Akim Amao?
It's not about. No, it's not about the age. It's about the seriousness of this competition and the seriousness of for the point where we are now. For heaven's sake, it was this same unexpected thing that knocked PSG out of the Champions League today. Someone said that Donnarumma would learn from it. Yes, Donnarumma would learn from the experience, but that is one Champions League year gone again for PSG. So we can't at this stage. This is not a stage that you give a kid, unless the kid is super talented. This is not a stage that you give a kid the gloves to wear. As good as Messi was in the 2006 World Cup, as good as he was coming from the excellent displays he had in the under 20s, Messi only had a match in the entire World Cup in 2006. as good as it was. Everybody knew this was definitely the next big thing in football. But still, the Argentine national team felt, let this boy mature. So definitely for Akikumi Akumamo, it's just a matter of let him mature. He will get his time with the Eagles. He might even be at the World Cup, becoming a starter. But between now and then, now that this is his first call up, he has seen what the boys are made of, how they play, how they relate, and everything. Trust me, football is not only played on the pitch; it's also played even in the hotel rooms. So he has seen how the relationship is. It will blend into the team with time, but definitely this is not the time.
So why do we have him on? I understand we have him on that distance to acclimatize and to see how things work. Okay, going forward, I think okay, to our viewers, kindly click on the subscribe button and like our videos if you like what we are doing. I appreciate those who have subscribed. I think there has been a really good week of subscription to the channel, but we need more of them. We need more of them. If you need tickets to the match in Abuja, please kindly contact us. Please kindly contact us via our email. My email is attached to this channel. So, but it is unugophilip at gmail.com. Unugophilip at gmail.com, or rather, you can say omophiles at gmail. Omophiles is OMOH PHILS at gmail.com. For if you need tickets, please contact me. I'll get you one of the tickets if you're in Abuja. Wherever you are, whether you want to come in from the UK, from the US to watch that match, just contact me. I'll get you those tickets. Okay, quickly. Okay, we lost John, but for me, I think my take is that we need serious-minded players and a serious-minded formation in this match, and it's very very important that we get this get the coach also Sorezo get this thing right. We need players that will turn up in this match. If you ask me to rate those players in the last match, and I would just say, okay, from the goalkeeping department, Uzo, I will score him a 6. Aina, I will score him a 5. The two central defenders, Truce Ekon and Balogun, I will score them slightly a 5.5. Then Zaidu Sunusi, I will score him also a 4.5. Those are my ratings for these players. I don't know. I don't know what are your ratings. I don't know if I'm right, but these are the ways I'm going to rate these players based on their performance in the last match. Coming to the midfield, you have there Innocent Boki, and you have Joe Aribo, you have Ian Acho. Ian Acho, I'm going to rate him in that match a 3.5. He was awful. I don't know what it is he was really doing, but for me, he was awful in that match. Then Innocent Boko, I'm going to rate him a 5. I think he did well despite with the short. He covered those spaces, blocked intercepted those Ghanaian passes, which is good, and gave a little bit of cover to the defense. Then Joe Aribo, I think he was excellent. I will give him a 7 because he was just everywhere trying to get the ball forward. He was forward thinking, but he didn't really have that assistant he had in Nations Cup when you had in the there, and that was where he suffered. And that was where I also think that um, um, Victor Osimhen did really suffer because Joe Aribo was rather than being in an advanced position, he dropped down. Okay, looking at the attack, we have Moses Simon, Osime, and Chikweze. Chikweze, I'll give him a 2. Osime, I'll give him a 4. I'm giving him a 4 slightly. People will say, why am I giving him a 4? Even without having just one shot on target. I'll say those two wings, Chukwueze and Moses Simon, didn't really give him a chance, didn't really provide him those services he need in the match. So and that was where I am disappointed with Austin Eguavon by keeping those players or by even selecting Chukwueze in that. For Moses Simon, he was predictable. He wants to keep the ball on the ground, wants to see if he could pass and shove his marker. I don't really know, but tell me what you think about about my player ratings. I'll I rather not say I was disappointed as an Eagle fan, but I would rather have serious minded players in that team. So I don't know how this could happen, whether it could happen for us in Abuja. What do you think as a Nigerian fan, whether it will happen? And also as a Ghanaian fan, on this, I'll call it the brand new channel, a renamed channel, the Fancy Football. What do you think about your chances of qualifying for the World Cup in 2022 with regards to what is really going on? The last time Ghana went to the World Cup, they made Africa proud. Can they really take one from their West African rivals to go to the Nations Cup and move at least a step further? And that's the question that we should ask. They should ask themselves if they can make it, if they can move forward in the Nations Cup. Okay, in the last match, the Nigerians played a 4-4-2 formation, and the Ghanaians played a 4-2-3-2 formation, which I think was good, really good for the Ghanaians because they had those two wingers bumping off and giving the Eagles run for their money. But I think there should be a change in formation going forward with regards to that. Um, with regards to the match in Abuja, there should be a change in formation. There should be a really change in formation for the Nigerians. But if you ask me, that formation Austin Eguavoin brought up was not really a 4-4-2 formation. There was there was a I think for me it was a 4-2-3 two formation, which for me it was something to behold because you have Yan Acho also deep in the spearheading the diamond midfield, which didn't really work. For me, I think it didn't work. So something has to change for that in that formation. Then looking ahead, guys, um, I just really think that something fundamentally has to change, not just to both teams. Okay, I have John back on the line. Something fundamentally has to change, not just with both teams, to both teams, but also to both to the way both teams read the match. And that's why I keep on bringing up the European games. These players we have in Africa, they will watch European games, and how have they transcend that European games that they've been watching to something here in Africa? For me, I think our players overseas have not really done well. John, can you hear me, John? Hello, John. John, can you hear me? Hello, John.
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just move on. So, what are your expectations first of all from the Ghanaians? How do you think they will line up, and how do you think they will play
Yes, I can. I
in
can
this
hear you
match?
loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. I say, what are your expectations from the Ghanaians, and how do you think they will line up going into this match? Hello, John. Hello, John.
Well, I will expect them to take. Yes, I can. I can.
Okay, go ahead, please. So we lost John once more, but can you kindly tell me what are your expectations with regards to this match and how the Eagles can really file up against can really protect themselves against the Ghanaians? If you are watching us, please tell me how you think the Eagles can really um, uh, make sure that they don't concede against the Ghanaians. Because I think we have to be very very careful in Abuja. We have to take care of the defense very very well, and we have to push as well. We really need to push to get the needed result that we want to go to Qatar 2020. That's what I think. I don't know what your take are as a fan, as a supporter of the Nigerian, and also as a Ghanaian. What do you really need to see differently from your team going there? Because for me, the Ghanaians, the firepower is not there up front. Jordan Ayew cannot just do it alone. He did his best in that match, but I think his best wasn't really enough. So what do you really think it can be done going forward with regards to the Ghanaian attack? I don't know if Andre Ayew should be back from suspension, but I think he's suspended. Is he suspended for like 2 or 3 matches because of his behavior um, in the in the Nations Cup? He has to come back. He has to help the Ghanaians, but I don't think he should be back because I think he should be suspended for 2 matches. Okay, moving going forward, I still expect the Ghanaians to line up the same way they did for me in the last match. I expect them to line up. I expect them to play in the same style, in the same formation that they played. But I also expect them to be much more conservative because rather than bumping forward to see if they could get 1 or 2 goals, they will take their chances. They will defend well as a team and they will attack as a team, which I think makes them very very dangerous going forward. Do I think do I what do I think about for me if I am Austin Cerezo Eguavoin, I will play a 4-2. Let's listen, a 4-2-3-2 up front. I think that should be. I will have 2 strikers up front. Maybe I'll have an Odio Igalo up front, and I'll have 2 strikers up front. I'll have an Odio Igalo up front. Or normally I'll play. We could still play the same 4-4-2 formation that we did. Then rather than having we'll have 2 strikers up front, 2 defenders. No. 2 midfielders protecting the defense. Joe Aribo and Ogeno Karotebo. Then I'll have those wingers. But I won't start with Chukwueze, please. I will not start with Chukwueze. I would rather go with maybe I'd rather go with something different, something that is not predictable. I will still keep Moses Simon there, but you have to give him an instruction not to be predictable as well to the Ghanaians, because the Ghanaians have watched him played in the Nations Cup, and they know how to mark him. We saw it in the last match. The man marked him left, right, center. Uh, um, do I? How do I see? How do I think it could really help? It could really help Nigeria to come home with the victory. Um, for me, it's really gonna be difficult and daunting task, knowing fully well that if that stadium is packed full and the Nigerian Super Eagles are not performing well, uh, the Nigerian fans are going to turn on the Super Eagles. They are going to turn. We know that we've seen that in Lagos. We've seen that in in River State. We've also seen that in Kano as well. So the players have to come out with their A game, and I hope they do come out with their A game. So at this junction, we'll come to the end of the show. I would like you to kindly subscribe to our channel and see if things if and see and wish the Eagles good luck. That's what all I say. Wish the Eagles good luck. I also wish the Eagles good luck. See you in our next broadcast. Thank you so much for watching.